Allotment update, May 2025. So it's been quite a while since I've done an update on the allotment plot, so a lot's been going on. We've changed a lot of things, so I'll go through it nice and slowly for you all. So, what have we done? Right, so remember we've got our composting bays here at the back. Alright, so we've now put fronts on them. So they're all shut up and closed in there. What we are going to do is put some hinges on those so they can open and close. We've got our nice bird table, which is up there. We've got some birds in it as well. Right, we've got our greenhouse, which has been really well on growing the seeds. Okay. Strawberries are doing really well on here. Look, we've got some nice little small strawberries coming through and growing, so they're really good. So this pallet idea has worked really well on strawberries. We move round now. The vine's doing really well. Watering that often. We've got foxglove in the ground there, that's growing. We've got some more flowers that Julie's sowed into there, they're growing really well. And this is our wildlife ponds now, so this is doing really well. Alright, so we've got some pond plants to go in there as well. We've got other wildflower seeds going in there. I'm just leaving this completely to let grow on its own and let it grow wild so it can attract the bees and stuff like that. We move back to our site fence panel. You can see we've got the beans are growing there. Our little sweet peas are struggling to grow. They are there, but only just barely. They don't seem to want to get above these little lines that we've put in the ground so they can grow on. But we'll see how they get on. So there's the sweet peas, and if we come round our raspberry bush and more beans, another raspberry bush, more beans, raspberry bush in the corner as well. So they're doing really well, and the plan for that is obviously for them to grow up the site fence panel up and over, provide a nice screen for us there as well. If we then come to our first bed, this is the one that's got the garlic in it. Okay, so the garlic's doing really well. This is a blueberry bush, I think it is. That's what it's been called. We've got a few nasturtiums growing around the outside of here as well, just to have a bit of companion growing on there as well. Then if we move around here, we've got a rhubarb that we bought, which was plotted into the ground, so hopefully that will start bringing us some rhubarb at some point during this year. Also got a bit of parsley growing in the ground there that we was given by another allotment holder. This is our bed of parsnips. We did do a first run of parsnips, seeded them into this bed, and they didn't materialise at all. Alright, so what we've done is we bought some plugs from Dobbies, and we're also growing some more parsnips in the greenhouse, which will go into that space there. Alright, so at least we've got some parsnips in the ground. Then we move around to here. This is our broccoli bed. Now we seeded this, but unfortunately we've only had one there. You can possibly see, looking back a bit, there it is, look, that's better. You can see it there, one there, 2 and 3. Alright, so there you go, that's better, 3 of those. Alright, so we've got 3 broccolis in there, got some more in the greenhouse growing as well. So what you'll probably recognise now is the centre bed. We've made a huge change to this. We took a load of soil out of the middle bed, alright, because it was absolutely rampacked, and you can tell from the boards on the outside of it how they were bowing with the weight of all the soil in. So what we did was we dug most of the soil out of that, took it down a level. As you can see now, there's much more space in it, and moved the soil to elsewhere in the plot. Alright. What we've then done is we've split the bed into 4, so we've got 4 beds in the middle now, and this is where ultimately we're going to have our cauliflowers in this bed, we're going to have our sprouts in this bed, alright, and that's why we put the canes in and the and the covers over, the tubing over to protect it. And then if we move along here for the other side, we've got our leeks. Right, so they're all in there, growing nicely. Okay, but we've already protected them, obviously to protect them, with nice canes over the top and secured there as well. And then here we've got our sweet corn. Alright, so these grow quite tall, hence the tall frame of the whole unit. Alright, so those are nicely covered. Right, and they're growing really well in there as well. Okay, so you can see there, growing nicely in there as well. So as you move back, we've got our onions. These are doing really well. You can see how big they're getting now on the bottom. Right, so they're doing really well. We've got our raspberry bushes. They've come back really well now after being chopped down from last autumn. So they're in there as well. And then if you pan around here to the front of the plot, we've got the dahlias in the front here. So you can see there's one there, he's starting to shoot through. There's another one in the middle there. There's another one there, you can probably just see the green on there as well. And we've got another one there, another one there, and another one on the end there as well. Alright. So the rest of these beds are going to be ready for cucumber and stuff to go in. And then this big long bed up here has got our potatoes in. So you can see how we've grown them in there. We've planted them in. They've grew, so we've now banked over the soil again with all the potatoes. Alright. So we're fingers crossed hoping that we get a really good amount of potatoes this year. Alright, because we didn't succeed last year, but I think it was too late for last year to get any anyway. So if we step back to the plot, you'll probably notice the most colourful change to the plot. So we put some bunting up and it looks really nice on the plot. And it just brightens the whole thing up. It's really nice. Alright, so that's our update for May 2025. Have fun.